Well, hello there trainers, greetings, KuroBlitz here, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to continue with another episode of the L'Aqua Library, starting off with the tweets from the year of 2024 part 1. So let's see what's gonna happen, right? Yeah, Dot got Tink-a-Tink, which is cool. Yes, Sprigatito is a girl, this was pretty much confirmed. This might be the Paldean Whooper situation. It was. Can't wait for Dot to defend Liko from a Meteos Corviknight. Well, that was not the case, because Ameteo became a good guy before even... What do y'all think Watrel's fourth move is gonna be? It's Electro Ball. It's Electro Ball. Yo, again, like... Hisuian Samurott would fit him perfectly, bro. Okay, this was like Xenos thing, okay. I like the implication that Koga had a Scyther and that Sabrina gave the gym position to the dojo. It's like, yeah, I need to go to therapy after what I did. Yo, Joanna or Zoe, like, they're Glameows teaching assist to Ash's. Yo, can you imagine, like, Ash's Chimchar and Infernape having assist? Yo, that would actually be crazy, bro. When Movie 21 was announced with Lugia, I remember theorizing that Zeraora could have been the Pokemon who struck the Breast Tower with its lightning, causing a potential revenge plot. But the power of us is carried by the human characters. Replace Zeraora with Gorochu and nothing changes. Oh yeah, this was because Abdul was asking, like, you know, what is this a legend of? I do like his origin in the manga. A volcano erupts, creates a cloud, thunder on the volcano. It's kind of like a mix of Raikou and Entei, which kind of makes me wonder, why isn't Zeraora part fire then? Yeah, I don't think he has Night Slash anymore. I don't even know the current moveset of Cerule Edge. But, you know, Break against Freed would have been cool for the Dark Zard, but they never really battled anymore. And they will probably never will. But again, this would be like a cool way to earn Terrestrial Orbs. It's cool. It's cool to, you know, see this. The most underrated tournament in all of Anipoke. Yeah, cause like, bro, Ash gets 3 full battles, right? He has double battles as well, and he reaches top 8 with only 1 team. This tournament is cracked, bro. Like, it would have not been done this way if he actually had a rival. But, you know, it's cool. Yeah, cool reference, they know what they were doing. Freed does 1 quest and gets paid in golden. Yo, this guy is built different, bro. Yeah, like, why, bro, why was this character of the day look like Doremi? This Bremblin Beber evolve, yep. Yep, it did. It evolved. It evolved. Yo, Bramblegast with Freed would be cool, though. Oh yeah, Bianca is the... Yeah, Bianca is the only... Yeah, besides Luke, Bianca is the only Unova rival that meets Team Rocket. Yeah, bro, Morpeko is the last Mon of Team Rocket, bro. If there's one thing I wish the Alola series had done more with Sophocles, was to have a match with Guzma. The Buginium Z user against the bug expert who doesn't use Z moves. Yeah, cause like, bro, Togedemaru learns a lot of bug moves. Look at the ones I listed, like, bro, it learns a lot of bug moves. Ending in Alola. Yeah, each duo returning to help each of the 6 kids. Yeah, dude, Ash should have ended in Alola, man. And I tweeted about Ricci again, and ending in DP. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. If Ash was in Paldea and only had electric types, with the Terra being Archaludon. That would be cool. That would be nice. You know, like, you know, Ash trying to challenge himself with running a monotype team. Professor Oak returns in Horizons. Yeah, that would pretty much be that, right? Like what 12 years do to a man. And what Dio Brando does to a man, man. Yeah, why wasn't Rowlet Mallow's Pokemon? Bro, the girls would get the starters, Lily gets the egg, right? And Ash just keeps bro. Again. Yeah, like, bro, what the hell? Yeah, like, even Rowlet has, like, a commonality with Mallow when it comes to, you know, abandonment and family issues and shit, bro. Yo, the CGI's ghost fighting connecting with, you know, spirituality and resilience of character, bro. I always like this detail, like, when Lana's mom is introduced, Mallow is like... But then the show, when Lily treats Lusamine badly, like, Mallow doesn't talk back to Lily, like, appreciate your mother. This would have been a cool shiny yo, the ugly duckling would be so cool as a shiny Quaxley, bro. Oh, this is when we got Pal World. This was a fun time. Everyone thought this was gonna be like the Pokemon killer. Yo. Still crazy. This is about episode N, right? Okay, let me see what I wrote. Still crazy to me how 2013 had 36 episodes to work with, and they decide, bro, we had 14 for Plasma and 22 for Decalor. And the Unova League ends very shortly. It's 6 episodes. Like, the Unova League, it's 6 episodes. It's the shortest league. And the thing is, one of the episodes is Axu getting lost, so that's 5. Another one, it's like episode and a half of 1v1 battling Trip. So, and then the other one, it's like, you know, the Cameron fight, which kind of ends very abruptly. So it feels like it's only a 4-parter, bro. It's kind, bro, Ash, man, what the fuck? Oh yeah, because she like Iona was speaking Italian, and we didn't know, like we were on the Johto Unova hype train. Like, what's gonna be? It's gonna be Johto or Unova. Yo, Agatha, crazy. Yeah, yo, Elite Four is battling in 3v3s, insane. To think that Birch gave this bastard to his own son. Yeah, I do have to wonder, because like Sawyer battled Olympia, so it's like, what Pokemon did Olympia use, right? Because she has more than the Meowsticks. And that flying badge, probably South Kalos for X2Y2, probably a Sky Battle gym or something. Would actually be insane. Like a gym that you need to use the same type as the gym leader. Honestly. Sinnoh gym leaders defeated by Barry and Nando. Both defeated Rourke, both defeated Gardenia, Nando defeated Maylene. None of them defeated Crasher Wake. Barry did not defeat Volkner. Barry got a bye. Yeah, and yeah, none of them went to Crasher Wake. It's crazy. What is this? Mr. Ketchum, Dead Beat Dead. Oh man, this, yo, me and Navy were cooking. But I don't know what we were cooking, but we were cooking. Psyduck always gets the ladies, man. Yeah, like, bro, the duck fuck. The duck fuck, man. Same egg group, male yo, like, Psyduck scored Meryl, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like, how would this move work in the anime? Yo, yeah, like, how do you do infestation if there are no bugs? Yo, I really like this short, man. When it comes to Typhlosion variants, I always imagined Hisuian for Ash and Jotonian for Dawn. I think it's fitting they both get the non-native one. Ash gets Sinnoh's Ainu, while Dawn gets Indigo's Yamato. Dawn's was always more energetic and Ash's is a laid-back pacifist. Honestly, yeah. That should have been the case. People can't say fans have fanfic ideas for Anipoke when the show itself gave Ash a Pikachu as a starter and made him meet Owo in episode 1. Honestly, yeah. The whole anime is a fanfic of the games, guys, come on. Because Pikachu was deflecting lightning with his own lightning, bro. Like, do you know how fast you have to be to read and redirect lightning? Terrapagos use Aura Sphere, bro. Kinda crazy. Kinda makes me wonder because Meowscarada can learn Aura Sphere and so can Armarouge. Can Hatterene learn Aura? I don't know. I will have to check that out. Is Liko gonna get like an Aura Sphere capable team? If I reserves for B in the Great Class. Yo, this would actually be so cool, man. What did I put it here? Squirtle defeats Phalanx. Squirtle loses to Graplocked. Pikachu defeats Graplocked. Pikachu loses to Machamp. Then he sends Staraptor. Yeah, oh man. Mirror moving across shop. Bro, Staraptor, so... Yo, this would be so cool. Society of Pokemon Journeys let James be a rival for Ash in the PWC. Because, bro, Jessie gets to be a rival for May and Dawn, and it's like... James never even gets to... Man... Granted, man, James... Poor James, bro. It's like... If you really think about it, James doesn't get the Johtomon. He doesn't. Jessie only gets Wobbuffet because Lickitung gets traded in the most random way. Bro. Yeah, this Blaze did like the challenge, yeah. The ultimate Pokemon hater, the ultimate Pokemon lover. Okay. Yeah, because like the Victory Road, and then we... Yeah. That's cool. Bro, this would have been so cool. The OS Mons train Gengar. The AGDP Mons train Lucario. And the BWXY Mons train Dragonite. Yo. Like, go to boot camp, guys. This would have been amazing. Like, go to boot camp. What do you think the strength of it? Wait, Reddit, what is this? What is about Reddit? What do you think about the strength of Ash's Pokemon? None, like some are low Elite 4, some are champion level. I think they all have lots of potential, and yeah, they do. Every Pokemon has lots of potential, not just Ash's really. I really doubt Arises would do this. Yo, again, the Explorers having Paradox Pokemon would be cool. Bro, it would be cool. Like, besides Sango, that would actually be cool. Yeah, yo, let's go, Dot. And then she fights a Bombardier in Kitakami, bro. That's when Tinkatink evolves, bro. That's kinda crazy. If Tinkatink wasn't Dot's first official capture, Quaxley aside, I can see Freed storming his way to... In a very... Yo, honestly, like, yeah, like Freed, you know... Oh, Earthworm is eating our ship? Bad, I'm gonna catch it. Like, sometimes you don't need to bond with a Pokemon, you can bond with them later. Like, just catch him, then you know... Though. Yo, such a great fight. Now, this is how you do a 1v1. I think it's the only time that Dynamax is used correctly. Yeah, I also tried to do like my Scarvy series. Didn't work well. But I had fun doing it while it lasted, I suppose. Johto episodes, they're a fever dream. What is Crobat doing? I gotta know. Gotta know what Crobat is doing. Oh, he catches to a jetpack, bro. Oh, I'm so afraid of getting copyrighted, bro. I'm not gonna show anything anymore. I'm so afraid of getting copyrighted just for showing that. My interpretation of this scene. This is Ash's Gudra. Iris traveled the world, went to the wetlands where fairy Pokemon dwelled. Yeah, honestly, yeah, like, it would be cool. Like, it's cool, it's a living, breathing world. Like, Iris could meet Ash's Gudra by visiting Kalos without Ash being in it. and she would not even know it's ashes. Todd Swamp, Elephant and Paldea. Yeah, it was Sprigative Evolution, it wasn't the Stellar type yet. No. No. We didn't got that yet. Oh, it's a cool fan art, yeah. And then Meza did, yeah. Yeah, shout out. Dude, Legend ZA, Alan needs to be a super boss. On the same level of Volo, but without that twist, right? Or like Red in Let's Go. Or Mina, or Green, it's like the surprise. The Champs-Élysées, bro. Yo, Ash Ketchum's adventures did not end with Pokemon Journeys. They're gonna end in Kalos with Horizon's Return, yo. Mega Charizard Z. Nah. Takes place in the end. Yeah, the rebuild of Lumiose. Who knows? Lucius's Cleaver should Mega Evolve. Oh yeah, because Scyther does too. No, Caesar does too. Yeah, bro. Alan returns with Mega Charizard X. And then they announce ZA. He should have returned with a Z. If they are to give a Z. Or, you know, give him a Y, bro. Now I want for Freed to have Y and for Spinel to have X. And to have like a shiny one. We never saw a shiny Charizard. So a shiny Mega X for Spinel would be cool as a mockery of Freeds. Yeah, man. This is so cool. This is so cool. My 3 favorites. Gen 3, Gen 6, Gen 9. Because they spread the Pokemon correctly. May got Bulbasaur, Dawn got Cyndaquil. Yeah. No one got starters after, which is great. Movie 24 should be ZA, yo, yeah, bro, it would be so cool, bro. This would be cool, I want this. Because if we get the Alolan Pokemon in Hisui, we should get Galarian Pokemon in ZA. Not Paldean, but Galarian, right? You know, give Galar its flowers, bro. Another... What's Cog? Kanto Water Galar. Oh, okay, yeah. Bro, doing more Journeys batches with, you know, characters predominant. Okay, that's nice. I was doing more videos. We got the poster. Note the Salmousehold is the only airship Pokemon present besides Pikachu. Yeah, because it's the only Paldea Pokemon besides Pawmi. And we got, you know, Pawmot there. Bro, it's kinda insane. Yeah, Poppy needs to stand on the ladders, bro. To be on the same height. Funny how people are saying Horizons is saved. They listen to the fans just because Paldea will get its laurels. Like, guys, come on, this was planned for a while. Episodes are brainstormed like a year in advance and they are made 6 months before. Like, they're halting the Lucius plot to train beef up. Yeah, not really a fan of the way. I understand they needed to halt time. The way they did it, it's weird. It's weird. I think it was Wattrel. What's this? Oh, no, like, that's the thing. Like, Jesse and James, when they were summer camps, they disguised as the lunch ladies. But Zerk and Onya didn't. Sango and Onyx disguised themselves as students. Yo, this would have been so cool, bro. A 5v5 against the teachers. Bro, this would have actually been so amazing, bro. To see the RVTs battling the teachers. Well, this kinda happened. Roy did evolve Crocodile and he did battle Hassel. Just not in that specific way. Just not on that specific way. Jacques and Clavel can be saved for an Area 0. Yeah, with Geeta and Briar, yeah, they kinda were. Sorry for the plane. It happens. It happens. Galar road trip still in shambles. Yeah, with the whole Paldea thing, bro. They did battle, that's the thing, they did battle. Yo. This would be so cool, like Viridian City Gym Leader Paul. This would be amazing, bro. Oh yeah, Arven's story may not be portrayed in Anipoke, and if so, it will be completely different and or heavily utilizing flashbacks. Remember, when he won the 2022 Famitsu Award for the best character, the game staff clearly said the plot of SV is something that can't be replicated in film. Which is why the manga, it's kinda doing it. Like, you cannot recap lightning in the bottle again. You cannot do the my dog is dying story again, because we know that the dog is dying. And Horizons made Herba Mystica be commonplace in Pokemarts, and there is nothing in the games that's stating that, you know, like, besides raids, there are no literal other places where you can find these. And there is nothing in the games that states that Arven needs them fresh, because they are rare, they are being guarded by the Titans, that's the whole point. So if Horizons has them commonplace in Pokemarts, that means that, you know, the show is a sequel to the games. That's why it aired after the games were, you know, released. Which kinda makes me wonder, did Arven commercialize the Herba Mystica? Is Arven the one responsible for the Herba Mystica now being in this proliferation? Who knows? Who knows? Both Ayano and Gurumi, yo, yeah, bro, they did massive collabs, bro. They should Mega Evolve. They should Mega Evolve this. Yeah, Lico's ID is the day that Horizon started. Yeah, Terrestrial debut makes no sense as a name, bro. Let us see. You know, as much sense as it makes for Anne and Ash to be here. Yeah, the opposite could work. That's the whole thing, like, these are just buzzwords. Truth and ideals are just buzzwords, bro. If Penny is with Elite Four, this means she already is working for Gita. And the team, yeah, they bypassed the whole Team Star shit. Good. It was Flame Charge, man. It was Flame Charge, it wasn't Fire Fang, it was Flame Charge, it's just mid-frame. Yo, Dot was such an MVP, bro. They won't, they don't in the games. I don't expect a treasure hunt. Yeah, they didn't do a treasure hunt. Ash versus Gary. Yo, how come Freed and Spinel do what Ash and Gary did not, bro? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, that was Gita, just by the hair. Yeah, we get like two versions of the Valley Windworks in this. Yeah, we do get Valley Windworks in two different versions in the same anime. Bro. Then I did more videos. What if Ash had Zoroark? That would be cool. Yo, I think I know what this is. It's because if Ash had Zoroark, he would send Pikachu, right? If Ash had Zoroark, he would send Pikachu to a fight, but then it's Zoroark, and Pikachu is in the Pokeball just to play mind games. This would be, of course, if Pikachu was comfortable with being in the Pokeball. Bro. Dragon of Land, Dragon of Sky. Yo, Gideon should have had more 5 Pokemon as counterparts, like Raikou, Scizor, Galarian Articuno, you know, Sharpedo, maybe Sui and Lilligant too. Yeah, man, you're not beating the Zuko allegations. Yeah, they did stay in the school. They also went to fight Kofu and Tulip, but you know, Agate stayed in the school. to get information on Area Zero and terrestrialization. Yeah, Rayquaza was like, yeah, I know who you are. Yep. And Rayquaza was looking below, and Terrapagos was looking above. Yeah. Yo, if Laqua was between Kalos and Paldea, the place where Mega and Terra meet, bro, would be amazing. Yeah, Fuecoco's speed does raise, like, bro. Liko did the strong and agile style, yeah. Yeah, he replaced Night Slash for Shadow Claw because of the Ghost Stab. Yeah. Yeah, Nile. Lacurium Panacea. The Elixir of Life. Yeah, like Orichalcum and Atlantic Relic, bro. But it's not. It could be in the anime, it could be. Like Mount Pericarp could be in South Kalos in the anime. It's in the map. They say it's in the map. Laqua was going to be in the floating island in the Terra League. Liko versus Katie. Yes, she didn't battle Tulip. Yeah, I think this would have been way better, but no. Meets Moltres creates Memory Mist. No, meets Arboliva creates Memory Mist. Meets Moltres permanently out of the pendant. Meets Lapras unlocks Terrestrial form. Assuming Rayquaza's Radiant Energy will grant Stellar type. It did, kinda. After meeting Rayquaza, he'd go Stellar in Laqua. What will Terrapagos get from Kleavor and Entei? I think from Kleavor it got the power of sliding people back and forth in time. And when Entei, it got the power to bestow Terra Energy to others. Because they use that for Crocalor to defeat Rayquaza. So it's like the 5 Pokemon restore Terrapagos' powers, like creating Memory Mist, being outside of the locket all the time, unlocking Terrestrial form, sliding people from timelines, bestowing Terrestrial power, and unlocking Stellar form. Honestly, Horizons, you are cooking. Because even Terrapagos is like hexagon, so it's like 6 sides, and the heroes are like his 6 sides, bro. This was cool. Like Kukui's Pokemon echoing, members of the Kanto Elite Four in terms of typing. That was nice. And these, Incineroar, it's like the rival to Rowlet, but not really. But Ash got Rowlet first before, yeah. Use Magic Pounder. Masquerade receiving Night Slap, bro. Liko, I love this. I love these images a lot. Like, these are effervescent, bro. Jesse, no, James. James's parents were so unhinged, bro. James's parents were so unhinged. It would be cool if we got the Pokepalago arc. So, yeah, Sabrina went on rehab, bro. Sabrina had to go on rehab. It would be cool, like Ash's 3 flying types rivaling Lance's 3 flying types. The Kanto ones. It would actually be insane. Now imagine the Kalos ones doing this. Yeah, he shows up only in the last episode. The Mabosstiff is in the poster, but the one Mabosstiff that we see, it's in the Urto filler. With the Grafaiai dude. That I didn't care for. Ult is such a great character, and the first episode that they gave for himself, it's so trash, bro. Like, the kid did not deserve this. Such a shitty episode. Not even the reveal of Dragonite saves it, because, like, dude, I don't care. I don't care. This is what Pokemon is all about, traveling with friends. The Fuecoco beanie is cool. Story. Interrompere victory. Takara toko renja, takara biri natsuita. Yeah, they did recognize. They recognized immediately who they were. The Northern Stars. Yeah, like the stars are in the places of the gyms. Bro, kinda crazy. One of the coolest things I'm proud in my Scarlet and Violet series is Ash protecting Miraidon by using the fastball that he got from Kurt. Not to mention that Stellar type here works differently. It gives Pikachu resistances to all 18 types. It's a defensive crystal. Yeah, and then type Wild, it's the 20th type, and it basically works like inverse battles. Man, I really liked the Penumbra project. This was cool. Like, the Penumbra project was so cool to make, man. What else is here? Yeah, bro. They changed teams since Sinnoh Victors. Bro. After 14 years, Pokemon changed teams. Directorial, at least. Nah, these are not sisters, bro. And they're not alter egos either. This truly feels like the first 4-parter to say, yeah, nah, fuck 4-parters, bro. I would like to imagine a universe where the Alola League is top 64 bracket, where Ash has to fight against the trainers he priorly lost to. He loses to Steven and Hoenn. And then the final matches, like the final match is Guzma, who defeated Gladion. So Ash basically enters, like, it's a universe where Ash lost to Richie, Jimmy, Steven, Riley, Benga, and Alan, right? And in this universe, the Alola League is open to the public all over the world. And Ash defeats the people that he lost to in the other leagues. And then he wins against Kuzma. He basically upholds Kukui's dream by defeating a villain. That's some Yu-Gi-Oh shit. And in return, Guzma is defeating Ash's native rivals, Gladion, Haukiawe, Ryuki, and Ilima. That would actually be crazy. It's like, can you imagine the twist? Ash has rivals in Alola, and when they make the league, Ash's rivals are being defeated one after the other by Guzma, and Ash is, defeating the guys that he lost to prior. So honestly, this feels like very amazing character writing, and it's a cool switch too. If Lucas was to show up in Anipoke, I can see him being a research fellow to Roa. Yeah, honestly, yeah, this guy could have been Lucas. Like, the Nosepass trainer, just replace him for one episode. A lot of gym leaders in Elite Fours are characters of the day. Like, man, why do we get so many characters of the day? Like, I like some designs, but others are just, bro, you could have used a lot of game characters for characters of the day. We don't care. We don't care, bro. Who do you ship Liko with? A lot of people voted Dot. Fair. That's cool. I want to see Roy beat Nemona's Palmot. He didn't do it here, but he did it later with Lucario. Yo, can you imagine, because they are nearby Artisan? It would be cool if Mela showed up, but no. Yo, this would actually be crazy, bro. Like, people were looking at the certificates thing, and they were looking like, like Violet things. It would be crazy. Naranja Academy, but yet the Violet book, he got the Scarlet book. We got the Scarlet book. The way Journey switched their roles. Honestly, yeah, they did switch their roles. Why is Alan there, bro? Alan, you're a researcher. Why are you not in Project Mew? Let Gary be there. He's the Kanto champion in the games. He didn't even battle Larry, bro. He evolved by saving Roy because he tried to save a Capsa kid that he didn't even stay with. That is crazy. Oh yeah, Zeraora's origin story is crazy. Lightning hitting a volcano. And it's not, bruh. Let's see. The Doctor Trainer class was introduced in Gen 5, and with that, 2 version exclusive Pokemon were added to set NPCs in tandem with Audino and Alomomola. If Brock was to have one of these, who do you think he would have? Gothitelle or Reuniclus? Yo, it would be cool, like, you know, it's crazy. Brock leaves to be a doctor, what does Unova do? Doctor Trainer class. Bro. Man, I love Brock. Brock is such a cool character, man. Look at all of the potential teams that he could have gotten over the years if he stayed forever. Like, if someone is to return in Horizons, it should be Brock. Or Alan. They are the continuity and the other protagonist in a way. Dude, this would have been... Imagine this team for Ash, man. In OS. Bro. This would have been such a cool team for him, bro. 2009 Pokemon rewrites on Serbia forums were crazy for real, because how come people were replacing Orange Islands for Sevi and replacing Misty for Leaf? People were crazy back then. An Ash team for the Sinnoh Battle Zone. Return of Pidgeot, evolving Gible, evolving Buizel and Bayleaf and giving him a Lucario. So who would be resting? Gliscor would be resting, Torterra and Infernape would be resting. And so would Staraptor. Honestly, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Ash's Fantasy has like gyms all over, but there's like, you know, 8 gyms left. So it really feels like he was to end in Gen 5, bro. This team for the PWC would go crazy, honestly. Because he has Megas, he has G-Maxes, and he has like Annihilate for MPM, bro. That would have been crazy. And then Butterfree comes and goes. If Ash battled Paul for an Alolan Champion title defense, yo, that would be crazy, bro. Battling Paul with Nebby and Greninja. And Ambipom is here too, man. Man, I do miss the trainer card maker. That was fun. Ash's teams are so interesting to make because this is what he would have had for Battle Zone if he had used the 6th member of all parties. It's the ultimate, yo, honestly, yo, he would have like, yo, this would actually be insane if he was like the 6th man. If you could make any team combination, that's insane, but people just are so ace-built. Team building once again, this time for the GOAT. Yo, Chad Vaclees. This guy would have been amazing, dude. Because you would use like Baginium Z for a lot of, like even Steamroller for Golem, bro. This would have been amazing for the guy. If Go had caught all 96 species of Gen 8, as well as regional variants, and their pre-evolutions, he would get a total of 151 Pokemon. Honestly, that's what he should have done. May not be the most optimal team for a World Tournament battle, but that's exactly the narrative point I would like to convey if Ash had a formal cordial battle with Giovanni and Unova, for the Kanto Cup of the World Tournament, showing to the self-proclaimed strongest trainer the power of his non-fully evolved Pokemon. Honestly, that would be such a slap in the face for Giovanni, I would be here for it. Team building, Old Cerebi Post. This is about Georgia. What did I give Georgia? Snails were seen as dragons in Old French tapestries. Therefore, Goodray and Kalos. Also, I would give her an Excavalier. Okay. Rapidash, yeah. Because of St. George. A Kaiju, yeah. To battle Hydreigon, because it's the other Dark Pseudo. Susano slayed dragons and was the god of storms. You know, a Shiftry would be cool for her, dog. Yo, this team is insane, bro. And I use the Ace Trainer. I use the Ace Trainer from Gen 5. And this would be Iris's team. You know, more draconic looking from Dragon Egg groups, and Silence Team would just be food. Silence Team would just be food Pokemon, bro. Oh yeah, this is not relevant. What are they doing? Yeah, what, like, everyone's like, what's Ash doing? And I'm like, bro, what are these doing? What is Ethan, Brandon, and Lucas doing, man? I wonder if this was meant to be Isekai Lucas or just Ray. Yeah, we don't know. He had all 3 starters. He had all 3 starters, so we don't know. Someone needs to calculate how many HP bars Brassius Sudowoodo has, because he was using a lot of substitute. This was so good, man. It's Brassius using the term for bro, Brassius. Brassius calling them adolescents because they are 13, 12. Yeah, man. Barry never met Crasher Wake. These 7 badges that Gary got may have their gyms located near landmarks where you face your rival in the Red, Green, and Blue games. Oak, Slab, Viridian Forest, Nugget Bridge, SSN, Lavender Town, Silphco, and Victory Road. Or maybe they neighbor the Battle Frontier facilities. Honestly, not a bad thing. Yo, this would be a great Pokemon for the 30th anniversary movie. Like, you would get... This is like the 4th bird, bro. It's Pokemon Zero, like Missigno, but it would call like Norquatro or Fancero, like how people fan name it. Yeah, his non-legendaries have these time pockets, and then Cleavor did too. Cleavor was the one showing the past too. And they are Titanic, and they are very, very different. Oh, this was like if Sun and Moon was a traveling series. And did I meant to do this? I wanted to bookmark it. I want to read this later. This is very long, I'm not gonna, you know, dealt with it a lot now. Yo, if May was an equal to Ash. Yo, this would actually be kinda crazy, dog. Yo, I really gave her for Alligator on this. Again, if Pidgeot returned early, you would get 44 Pokemon for 11 episodes. You have Pikachu, Pidgeot, and always using 4 rotations. Oh yeah, and you get 11. Yo, this will be like an epilogue just in Kanto because you get 11 places. You get 11 towns in bro. Honestly, yeah. If Ash was in Paldea, what most likely would happen would be every Paldean Pokemon would get a win on an Elite Four member. The starter would get a win on Gita, and Pikachu would defeat Nemona's Palmot as the 6th fight. Yo, this will be so cool. Energetic, gross confidence, a blank canvas for all types, bro. This would be amazing. And I love Cinderace for Go and get it twisted. Oh yeah, I got Rika Matsumoto's autograph. I asked her if Ash was in Paldea, which Pokemon would he partner with, and she said Ash and Pikachu would switch rides every single day. They would alternate. So I like how Rika sees Pikachu as his own character. It would be funny. Like, bro, it would be so funny. Like, Pikachu, he's the one riding Miraidon, right? And then in this convention I cosplayed as Freed. And now Freed is dead. Unless... Dude, this would be so cool. If Plumeria was in the anime more predominantly, I would have loved if Kiawe had a shiny Salandit and you would get the Croagunk Toxicroak thing all over again. Oh yeah, Yeah, Ash. You probably should have had an own edge instead of Noivern. You probably should have had an own edge instead of a Noivern, man. Good times. Yeah, bro, these Pokemon had to be landed from Team Flare people to Halan. At least Weavile and Bisharp. Tyranitar I can excuse because it can Mega Evolve, but Weavile and Bisharp, they are, you know, scientists Pokemon. Yeah, we didn't even know if ZA was gonna be past or future. Not an OC? Oh yeah, like Janine being a travel companion. I always think that's a cool idea. Some fans treat the anime like a religion, and then they start to witch hunt people. True? If Koharu had a team of Pokemon who evolve with stones. Yeah, and then I give him different Terra types that are not repeating, or from existing types, yeah. Because what I give it here, fighting Flareon because it's named its booster. Fairy Musharna, Steel Chinchino, Poison Blossom because of Loom, Dark Frostless, and a Water Eelicross. Yeah, okay. I need the uncut release of the Sun and Moon movie. Man, the fact that Ash went to an original Ultra Space and we didn't got to see it? What the hell, bro? Yo, yeah, Ash gets Sobble, Go gets Scorbunny, but as time passes they trade. Go would need a de facto starter first. Yo, yeah, Dot, why are you doing this? Why are you doing all of the routes of Scarvy, Dot? Why? She's just a great character, man. Like, Dot is an amazing tritagonist. Whoever is writing Dot, they saw how Journeys treated Chloe and they said, fuck that, never again. Don't do this. This is how you do it. And also, considering the other Tritagonists, like Brock, Tracy, Silent, Clement, and Kiawe, Dot gets amazing focus. She deals with a lot of shit on her own, too. You don't even get... She had her own episode before the 100 mark. It's crazy. It's kind of crazy that we don't... She's the only one of the kids that we don't know where she's from, and we didn't got a kid flashback of her. We even got one of Ult recently. Yeah, Pokemon Horizons may last 4 years, and they start Gen 10 anime on the 30th anniversary. I was watching like X-Men 97. Yeah, the Japanese love to ship Ash and Erika, specifically Kalos Ash. I don't know why. Good on you, Japanese. Like, I don't know, man. What's this? Oh, the she. Need to know who the she boy. Yeah, because like Satoshi, Shigeru, Hiroshi, that's Richie. We need to know who the Venusaur guy is. And then, you know, Lance of the Elite Four, he's number 4. The number of death, that's why Ash died. The Mewtwo movie. That's why Ash got the 4 starter. That's why Ash broke his clock at 4 AM. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's see. The way I see it, Janina would be the Olivine gym leader turning into Rock again. And she will get Pokemon like Corsola and Shuckle. Liza would replace Claire and Blackthorn. Oh, this is like if I was to make, you know, a new Elite Four for Kanto and Johto. Yeah, and I would put Claire and Jasmine in the Johto Elite Four. You must be wondering, why is Lorelei there instead of Misty? I think Misty would be a great frontier brain, elevating herself with new tiers of challenge and not be stuck to just one place. She would open the Battle Aquarium. She would convert the gym to open a Battle Aquarium and she would offer the depth symbol. Because I know that Misty was meant to be in Elite Four in the beta of Pocket Monsters 2, that later on became Gold and Silver. Same was for Giovanni, by the way. But I don't know, I feel like Misty being in Elite Four just to replace Lorelei. I like her as a Frontier brain though. Maybe I'm just going against the grain. If Ash, funny enough, I think I replaced these because I was giving Meowscarada to Chloe, but then I realized, oh, Quaxley also has like the messy hair. Yeah. And they would probably trade. Maybe that was my pitch. Yo, this was kind of crazy, bro. Yo, yeah, what happened 2018? Yo, man. Dude. May of 2018 was... This feels like the Alola movie. Because Ash even meets Acerola, right? This feels like the Alola movie. Yeah, bro. Is it weird that I low-key wanted Ash's battle against Wulfric to be this? Replace Bergmite with Cryogonal. Honestly, the whole Kalos gang trying to defeat Wulfric. If it's to be a 5v5, do it like Juan, like a doubles then a 3v3. Give Wulfric a Delibird and a Jinx to be Noivern's wins, bro. Poor Noivern, bro. What the hell were they cooking? Yo, Ash would be so cool with these mods. Houndour, Spoink, and Hippopotas, man. Yo, this iteration of the 10 million volt Thunderbolt is by far one of the best fan arts that I've seen in my entire life. This is what the anime is about. This is why Ash should have ended in Sun and Moon. And has a great Alola champion instead of a poor world champion. Yeah, like Ash could have brought up any Pokemon like Gudra, I want to do this with you, man, for better or worse. Yo, this Gibeon team, yo, this the Getsy's altar is driving me crazy, but whatever. Yo, this Gibeon team would be like amazing counterpart. It'd be like an amazing counterpart, bro, to Lucius. It's cool. It's cool. Oh yeah, they got doppelgangers. They human paradoxes. They got doppelgangers, bro. Yo. Yeah, bro, like, what would happen if they were to make Pocket Monsters 2? Would Misty not go with Ash to the Orange Islands? Or would she go to the Orange Islands, and then when she returns, she becomes an Elite Four? What was the plan for Misty? I do like this. Like, the rival from Gen 1 in the beta of Gen 2 was not going to be the Viridian Gym Leader. He was going to be Professor Oak's aide, and then he would battle him as a researcher. Red was going to be the Gym Leader. That kinda happens for one chapter. Kinda, not really, but in the Adventures manga that kinda happens. So I have to wonder if the research thing for Gary was from the beta of Pocket Monsters 2. It's kinda crazy that the anime adopted the beta. Honestly, the anime should adopt the beta a lot more. Like, yo, can you imagine if the Pokemon anime had the beta plot of every game? You would basically consume the double amount of Pokemon stories instead of just replicating all over again. Yo, this would be cool. This would be so cool. A Pokemon Gray between BW and Black 2 and White 2 and Iris is your rival. Bro, Pokemon Gray would be so cool. Or Ebony and Ivory. I don't know. I made some Ash teams for the World Tournament. Yeah, these are nice. Yo, Talonflame would go crazy, bro. Talonflame would be insane. Yeah, exactly what Watrel needed. But now that he got it, man, I think he has it worse than Noivern. And the thing is, man, like, is Kilowattrel going to be remembered as the Pidgeotto of Horizons? Because it feels like Kilowattrel is being treated like Yamcha and Tien Shinhan. Like, bro, I think even Noctowl and Unpheasant had more moments than this guy. If Roy was to get Capsakid, he should have stayed as a Capsakid and becomes like his new shoulder mod. Don't evolve it, don't dual, like, bro. Even, bro, imitation is the best form of flattery, yeah, in execution, but after that, then what? Then what? What was this? This is a Journeys post. The World Tour, 54 episodes in Kanto, bro. Bro. They are in more regions in the other 6 than they are in Galar. And when they are in Galar, it's just for battles in the Master. It's just for battles, bro. What's this? 40 episodes in Vermilion, 47 in the vicinity. Bro. 32% of Journeys is in Vermilion City. And Vermilion City is 81% of the Kanto focus. What the hell? We see more of Vermilion City than we see the... Bro, how come we were more time in Vermilion City and we don't know anything about that city? But we know everything about Origin Decolor with lesser time. Bro, it doesn't work. The reason why Melee Island worked for Alola, it's because they only traveled to the other islands of Alola. They didn't travel to other regions. Man, Gen 10 better just be Gen 10, man. Gen 10 better just be Gen 10, bro. Yeah, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. This should have been our wake-up call. For 25 episodes, over half of it was in Kanto. We stroll around wherever, whenever. We get like Galar 2-parters only. And the starters were absent. Bro, we should have known. We should have had a wake-up call even much earlier with Reboot in episode 17. Ash getting his goal in episode 12. Go getting all the bugs with no effort in episode 6. Bro, we should have known better. We should have known better, bro. Alola League redone, you know, Ash versus Guzma. Ash, I get it. They wanted for Ash to defeat the villain and for Ash to win the league to be two completely separate things. And they wanted to mirror how, even though everyone could enter, the people who did the challenge of the Island Pilgrimage, they were, you know, the most likely ones to be on top because they actually paid the culture, right? And they wanted to mirror Ash's Sun with Gladion's Moon. But man, I like the idea of Ash winning the league by defeating Guzma, because Guzma is basically like an adult version of him, like a complete failure. And Ash, if Ash was like in any other show, he would rebuttal to Guzma and give a speech of, I know how it is to fail again and again, but I always get back up again and again. And Guzma is a bug trainer. That's how the real Satoshi started this, with bug collecting. It would be a cool homage. It's like Ash the character battling Satoshi the creator. Despite the dubious finale result, I feel like this anime arc is misjudged for the league alone, which is not. The moment you have Alan in it, one should label this as the Kalos crisis. By adding the 5 Team Flare episodes to the 7 of the League to make 12 total, 16 with the Aftermath. Yeah, like, the Kalos League is not a real arc. It's the prelude for something bigger. But I do get why people don't like it and they get mad, because like you build all of the show for entering the league, and then when XYZ comes around, Ash needs to wait 27 episodes to reach Wolfric, and then you put Team Flare here in XYZ, you bleed the plot from a side story into the main story, which is good, but then it hijacks the main story, and it basically makes the whole journey until then pointless. I understand that view, I just feel like it's very miscued, if that makes any sense. And we're in June in 1 hour, right? So it's gonna end really soon, this one. Yo, yeah, Lucario clutched with that sunset, bro. The episode when Oshawott learned Aqua Jet was broadcasted. Yeah, this is kind of crazy, right? So in the same week, right? In the same week of May of 2011, in the US, they are showing the episode where Oshawott learns Aqua Jet, but in Japan they are showing the episode where Oshawott masters it. That's kind of funny. Biggest Anipoke Horizons plot twist will be the first. Yeah, yo, can you imagine? Where is Ash? Here's Chase and Red. Oh, this was me. This was like, you know, doing like OC stuff. This was when I was 7 and 8, guys, come on. Oh, the Laquiem. The Laquiem. Exceeds XYZ, yeah. Exceeds Summon. Yeah, this was cool. Like, Abdul knew how to write Elaine. Decided to spread Ash's journeys Pokemon. I'm gonna save this. Into other teams. What was this? But where are the journeys Pokemon? Oh, there they are, in the end. Dragonite, Gengar, yeah. Honestly, it would be so cool. Like, Ash's, they need to make, like, you know, all of these efforts, bro. Yo, this would be cool. If Leak, because we didn't know that Leak was gonna get Sharka Death, but if this would be cool, like, especially because Spinel has Umbreon. You know, Penny gets Sylveon, and then, you know, Freed would get Espeon for a red symbolism, right? And then Perrin could have a Glaceon besides her Leafeon from the games, right? She would have both of the Sinnoh EVs. This would be cool. This would be so, so cool. Liko getting the feisty Flareon. Royce from an island, he would get the beach Vaporeon. And Dot is tag savvy, she would get, you know, Jolteon. Oh yeah, Gideon has the same voice of Aizen and Tosaka, bro. And Juan, bro, what the hell? Yo, Gideon. Yeah, he's sleeping on a nose pass to charge itself up. That's awesome, Pikachu. That was so, so awesome. Yeah, man. I feel like people need to realize that, like, dude, Ash has been able to kick Red's ass ever since he won the Battle Frontier. Ever since he won the Battle Frontier. Debatably since the end of the Hoenn League. Ash has been able to, you know, defeat Red ever since mid-Gen 3. In DP, he undisputedly defeats every single version of Red. Past or future. Unity, yo. Man. The tree... Of course Spinel... Wait. Of course Spinel is a traitor. He has Magneton, the three-faced bitch Pokemon. Yeah, this didn't happen. If you don't count the Ice Cube Phalanx episode, the largest gap that Galar has episodes-wise, it's 27. And they're both from one Balloonly episode to another Balloonly episode. And then we get 6 episodes in Kanto in a row. And 3 of them are focused on Gen 8 mons, kinda, but not real. Bro. What if Ash Ketchum was an instructor in Mesagoza Academy? The 30 students that would enroll. Did I put the ZA? No, not the Z. I didn't put the ZA starters. No. I gave Liko and N a Smoliv for Gen 9, a Fletchling for Gen 6, and a Spheal for Gen 3. To homage AGX and Y and Horizons, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna save this for later. Maybe I'll reuse it sometimes. But dude, this would actually be insane, bro. Professor Ash, that would be crazy. And can you imagine like the starter trio of Walrein, Talonflame, and Arboliva? Yo, if Ash got Ghost Pokemon. This was a nice video. Bro, we got so robbed. Because look at, we could have gotten a Dragon Eevee in Gen 8 because of Eternatus' Wishing Stars. We could have got the Dragon Eevee here. We could get the Dragon Eevee in ZA. But no, we're gonna get new Megas, but it would be cool to get like a Dragon Eevee in the game that are Fairy types. At this point, I feel like they need to make in Gen 10. I'm gonna bookmark this here. I feel like we need to have 3 Eevees in Gen 10. Dragon, Steel, and Poison. And it's basically, here is an Eevee for every generation that we haven't given one since Sylveon. And you get an all-in-one go. And then for the DLC, they give you the Flying Eevee that you didn't got in Sun and Moon. Because think about it. We get, look at the Switch lineup, right? Look at the Switch lineup. We get Let's Go, that's Kanto. We got Sword and Shield, that's Galar. BDSP and PLA, it's Sinnoh. And then we get, you know, Scarvy, which is Paldea, so that's 4. The Kitakami, it's Fake Johto, and Blueberry, it's Pseudo Unova, that's 6. ZA is Lumiose City, that's Kalos, but it's gonna maybe have nods to Aura, so that's Owen. Realistically, for Gen 10, if Gen 10 really is in the Greece Islands, right, in the Cyclades, they could, you know, do nods to Hoenn in one DLC if ZA doesn't, and the other they could do nods to Alola. Because with the starters being Gen 2, Gen 4, no, with the starters being Gen 2, 5, and 7, the next Legends game will probably be Galar. Legends 3 is probably going to be in 2029 for the 10 years of Sword and Shield, and the Pokemon that are going to be there, they are maybe going to be Snivy, Litten, and Poplio. So, if they do Owen nods in ZA, the Gen 10 DLC should be Alola, and if you give us a Poison Dragon and Steel Eevee here, you could give us the Flying Eevee in the DLC. I kid you not, people would pay for a Gen 10 DLC simply to get that new Eevee. Like this, and you get like 12 of the 18 types already. You get 12 Eevees for 10 gens. You get 12 Eevees for 10 gens, and then you basically get like, you know, you get you basically get, you know, 6 Eevees remaining. What do you do? From 11 to 15, you introduce a brand new Eevee. And to finalize it off, in the DLC of Gen 15, you get the normal evolution. Granted, this will most likely not happen because even in Horizons with the hero Pokemon and the type plot, Diana says, these are the confirmed existing types. So they most likely want to make new types, which is kind of weird because of the Arceus plates and the whole Terrapagos plot. It just kind of, if you want to make a new type, make rubber. Make rubber type. Yo, I was cooking. If Lance defeated Leon, yo, Iris defeats Claire, Raihan defeats B, Cynthia defeats Alder, Ash defeats Leon, Iris defeats Raihan, Ash defeats Cynthia, Iris defeats Ash, and Iris... No, not Iris defeats Ash. Ash defeats Iris and Ash defeats Lance. Or Iris defeats... I don't know. Bro, this would have been peak, bro. Yo, what was I cooking with giving Ash a Firo? A Firo. If Sun and Moon came out in March 2017, it would be a game for the Switch. The anime would have lasted longer with Gen 6. It would have started in the 20th anniversary of the anime itself in April, and the content of Ultra Sun would have been DLCs. It would have. Because look, think about it. We get Sun and Moon, right? The post game of the story of Sun and Moon. What do we get in what do we get in the Ultra games? We get the Ultra Recon Squad that's surveilling the Aether Foundation, and we get Rainbow Rocket in the post game, right? Would it make it like the Ultra Recon Squad could be like Isle of Armor and Kitakami? They don't bleed into the main plot, but they are secondary. And then you would realize, oh shit, Moan is not in a Pokepelago. He got lost and he's in the Megalopolis trying to get back home with Necrozma power, and he asked the people of this dimension help, right? And then after you defeat the post game with Luker and Annabelle, then Rainbow Rocket shows up. And that's like the post game mandatory plot DLC. Because, old and behold, doesn't make sense for Luker and Annabelle, the international police, to be there for a Rainbow Rocket plot. Oh yeah, Gator Rex had a video idea. Like, it's basically if Ash ended only in season 1, who would do like for season 2? And I did a video as like a response video. Like, we would get Gold as the protagonist, and the gym leaders traveling with him would be like Faulkner and Whitney. Cool challenge, cool challenge. If Terrapagos is Lucius, like Lucius, can you guys imagine if Terrapagos was Lucius? They arrive to Laqua and Terrapagos transforms into a man. That would be crazy, bro. Again, Ash should have battled Guzma in the finals. Go Coded and Lucius Coded, though, the Stellar from TCG, the Knight and the Steed. Let's go, Charcadet. Let's go, I love that mod. Kofu and Tulip got the Explorers since... yeah, bro. They only battled the Spanish gym leaders. The Portuguese gym leaders to the west of Paldea. The Portuguese gym leaders... They got the Explorers, bro. Ryford's VA is Anko? Okay. Exeleg-chan instead of Kun. Yeah, yo, female low kicks, bro. Yeah, Shrek, 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 Shrek. Yeah, it's feel like, response, Henshi, comeback, reaction. Like, bro, I fucking love low kicks. Why didn't Roy got this? Bro, sound Pokemon, it's a cricket. The villain theories are real, bro. I never escape villain Ryford. Before anyone jumps to racist conclusions on this Anipoke rewrite, Hilda did not replace Iris. If you actually watch this, you'll notice how Iris is a recurring character turned rival to Ash. Yeah. Also, guys, even if Hilda in the canon was to replace Iris, Best Wishes would not be a better series. If anything, the Gooners would come earlier before the Serena Amor shippers. Like, that's basically it. Yeah, no Team Star. No Team Star. Yeah, it's not only because the Team Star story is bullshit, but it's because Pokemon is too coward to tackle actual bullying. Because it's like, the story's not about school, so... But why do you make a school then? Why do you make a school then? Why is Pokemon trying to centralize studies in a show that's basically leave your house at age 10, do what you do whatever? Cleavor was in Kitakami, bro. Cleavor was in Kitakami. Oh, this is the last tweet. Oh, that's perfect. Cleavor was in Kitakami. They do meet Carmine. Yeah, but they don't meet Carmine to full capacity. Yo, I want to believe that Kieran got Ogerpon in this timeline. Dude, it would be so cool if Cleavor was protecting the Pokemon in the Timeless Woods from a possessed Blood Moon Ursaluna. Yo. Bro, it would be amazing to see Cleavor fighting a Blood Moon Ursaluna that's being possessed by Petarant. That would have been insane. Actually cracked. But yeah, well, there you have it, guys. This is all that I have for today. I really appreciate y'all's support. Make sure to, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you another time, trainers. KuroBlitz out.